A teacher uses a doll to teach gender identity to 5-year-olds in a recent video shown to daycare owners in North Carolina. We're going to dig into this video in just 1 second. You guys, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, please make sure you go join my locals community over at jamesklug.locals.com. Why am I trying to get people over at the locals community? One, to reach you guys just in case anything happens on YouTube, but also it's a great way to support my work, my channel, so we can make more content for you all, change more minds, all of that great stuff. If you guys want to join, jamesklug.locals.com takes a few moments. It's free with the option of contributing monthly for as little as 1 cup of coffee per month. So instead of, paying that coffee shop that hates America down the street, that $5 or whatever it costs nowadays, you can become a member for as little as 1 cup of coffee per month at my locals community. Go join today. Let's jump into this. So we have a tweet from Jordan Chamberlain. This was shown to daycare owners in North Carolina. A teacher used a doll to teach gender identity to 4 through 5-year-olds. When a child brings up non-binary, the teachers say it's a huge testament to how we've been talking about it in the classroom, and it's constantly in conversation. Let's check out this video.
Huckleberries. Today, I wanted to introduce you to a new friend in our class.
Oh, here's the new friend.
Well, this, Huckleberries, is my friend Nash. It's their first day in our class. They're just looking around at all of you, and they're so curious to know who you all are.
Today was fun. It was really interesting, though, going in, being like, I don't know what question.
Are you surprised that this person right here is teaching these kids radical gender theory?
Questions kiddos are going to have or what they're going to say, which is both like nerve-wracking, but also kind of exciting. It's that place.
It's nerve-wracking what the 4-year-olds are going to say to you.
Not
They're probably just
knowing
going to ask
as
for a
teacher
snack.
and just being okay with that.
And the friend likes to ask the question, are you a boy or a girl? And Nash answers, I'm just a kid.
Let's ask biology.
But kids can be boys or
They can be boys or girls.
they.
Yeah.
Or maybe non-binary.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just like non-binary, yeah. That's just something that we know. And this is something, it's like they're 4 and 5 years old and they just didn't make a big deal out of being a boy or a girl.
That's because they're children and they're looking up to you as the adult to say for the truth. You are the people that are the authority figures in the room. They look to you and you can shape their reality. If you give them a bunch of nonsense, they're going to believe it because they're 4 years old.
And I think it was a huge testament to how much we've been talking about it in the classroom that you never mentioned the term non-binary. It was a child who brought that up because it's constantly in conversation.
Yeah, just like me. So Nash, just like me.
It's constantly in conversation in the classroom with 4 to 5-year-olds. They're learning about advanced radical left gender theory. That's what they need to be learning about. Instead of coloring, instead of maybe the ABCs, I'm not even sure if they're doing math at that age. Instead of that, they're learning about how you don't need to pick a gender because you can pick one. You're not a boy or a girl until you decide what you are.
Is non-binary. So they aren't sure if they're a boy or a girl.
This little doll.
So when people ask them, are you a boy or a girl? Right now they just feel like saying, I'm a kid. They're figuring it out.
Why does he like stars?
They like stars.
That's a typical question that a child would ask. This person's trying to push their gender theory on these children, and the children responding saying, does he like stars? And you'll also notice it looks like a boy. This little girl says, does he like stars? And she has to correct him right here.
They like stars.
They like stars.
They like stars.
Yeah. And they are
Why did
really...
he wear a star shirt?
They wore their star shirt because it's their favorite shirt, and because they were nervous today, they thought they would wear something that makes them feel special.
Yeah, so this excuse for a teacher is having to correct the children over and over again to in this video, they're mentioning how, oh, they just bring it up willy-nilly. We're not even talking about it. You just heard right there. She had to keep correcting the children because they kept calling it a he. Absolutely insane. Jordan goes on to say, it was shown, a little bit more details about this video. It was shown at a training given by NC Association for the Education of Young Children. The documentary is called Reflecting on Anti-Bias Education in Action, the Early Years. She provides a link. A lot of people are concerned with this in North Carolina. Concerning. And this isn't just one-off here and there across the United States. This is happening all across the United States. And they're completely open about it, and they're completely proud of it. Just straight up indoctrinating children with anti-science values. These are far left values that they're pushing on children. I wanted to pull up this tweet from Wesley Yang saying, this is another just example of many. We're not going to go through every single example in recent history. But, this, like I said, this stuff is happening all across the country. This kind of messaging is widespread in American public and private schools. One father at Chicago's most prestigious private school asked a parents group if it was appropriate to be assigning it to 8-year-olds. Other group members set him straight. So this guy asks right here, I'm a lab parent with a rising third grader and a kindergartner. I'm trying to figure out whether lab is a good fit for my family or whether I should move my family to a Catholic school or a suburban public school. Probably a good idea for you. This picture is from the coloring book from my older daughter's 2nd grade class at lab. Is this image characteristic of lab's curriculum, or is it an outlier? Do lab parents think this is appropriate for an 8-year-old? This design has a backdrop that says Black Lives Matter. And it says transgender affirming. Everybody has the right to choose their own identity by listening to their own heart and mind. Everyone gets to choose if they are a girl or a boy or both or neither or something else. And no one gets to choose for them. Look at this. This is a coloring book teaching children that they can choose whatever or be trans or whatever it may be. Get on hormone blockers, get surgeries, irreversible surgeries. That is unbelievable. Wesley Yang goes on to say, Lab is an exclusive private school, but even crazier stuff is happening in blue state public schools. Middle School Gay Straight Alliance Club in Oregon works with local LGBTQSIA+, oh my gosh, community organization and local library to raise funds to stock gender-affirming closet with makeup, breast binders, penis packers, and menstrual products. Now, I did want to fact check this, and I pulled it up right here. What is this, page 17? Wow, it's a big document. Supporting gender expansive students, guidance for schools. So you have right there, Packers. Turns out this is totally legit. So I think a lot of people are asking, why is this sweeping the nation? And honestly, it's kind of a common sense approach that is very common with the radical left, which is adults aren't going to buy this nonsense. They know it can be damaging. They know it could be not right for everybody, and they know it shouldn't just be taught to 4-year-olds when they're barely understanding their ABCs. That's obviously absurd. However, if you can get to children early enough, you can make this a part of their normal life. You can put your values, you can force your values on somebody else's child and confuse them to think that this is just the way things are. They will accept your radical gender theory if you start them at the age of 4. A little bit harder to get somebody that's an adult and understands the real world. A little bit harder to get them to fully adopt your far left values. But you can go after the kids, and they will buy it. There's other reasons, of course. Non-binary queer teacher at KHSD official told the New York Times in an interview, quote, "My job is to protect kids. Sometimes they need protection from their own parents. This is a tweet from Libs of TikTok. The district will also knowingly hide a student's transition from parents. They're cutting out parents. If you see a teacher like this at your school, just run. Just run. Your parents at home might not adopt the far left gender values that are confusing kids all across the nation. They might find it damaging, but that doesn't matter. This teacher knows better for your child. Again, they go after the children because you can mold a child into exactly what you want. That's why we have all these radical left activists going in and teaching all the kids all their values, whether it be critical race theory, whether it be critical gender theory, whether it be anything. They can mold these children into exactly what they want them to be. And the horrifying part about this is these districts, yes, this is a California district. And I believe, what is this, KHSD? California's largest 9 through 12 district. These districts are filled with people that have no clue any of this is going on. And a massive majority of people disagree with pushing this on children. We can look at an example in Florida, how popular the parental rights and education bill was. It was about an 8-page bill. The media labeled it automatically the Don't Say Gay bill, but really it was just K through 3rd grade, not pushing any weird gender theory on children that's not age appropriate. And it just so happens that that policy across the nation is a winning policy. It's a winning policy. People don't like having their children indoctrinated with values that might not be their own. We have another tweet from Libs of TikTok showing this TikTok that I just wanted to highlight really quick. Tennessee teacher says she's quitting because people don't want LGBTQ propaganda in classrooms are taking over education. We'll watch this really quick.
I have no idea what comment this video goes back to, but the comment, like, there's a flag in the background. I was able to pull a screen grab, and if you see in my old classroom, I had my pride flag right there. It's in a different spot in my new classroom. It's still there. Here's the thing. I am going to quit. I'm 100% going to quit. And it is because, not comments like this, but it is because people like this have taken over or are starting to take over education, and education is not what it once was, and it's not worth it anymore. I support every single one of my students, no matter what their views are.
Okay, well, first of all, good. I'm just... See it. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. A lot of teachers across the country are discovering that the parents aren't happy with this propaganda being pushed on their children. They're getting involved in local school boards, and this has actually been a pretty awesome win the last election. I get DMs all the time saying that they're, from people saying that their local school boards are kind of swaying the other way. They're not as openly far left wing anymore. They got rid of some of the people. That's not happening everywhere, of course. But there have been little wins, and this is how you defeat this insanity when it comes to what your children are learning in your local school district. Get involved. You have to get involved in the local district. You have to get involved in the school board. You have to understand what is going on in your school district. A lot of these teachers are discovering parents aren't happy with it. A lot of these people are discovering they can't teach critical gender theory in their classrooms anymore, and they're getting upset about it, and they're leaving. And good. Let's hope that trend continues. You guys, let me know what you think about this down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this video that was shown to daycare owners in North Carolina. Let me know down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more videos and hit that bell notification button so you're notified next time I post. I'll catch you guys in the next video.